Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Ones Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we have a reading for Divine Feminine. We have Seven of Cups in the reverse, paired with the Queen of Wands from the Black Tarot, and it's giving me clarity, like whatever people were trying to say about this Queen of Wands, probably much of which was said out of jealousy. We have lies being exposed and kind of like petty gossip being flipped over, right? Like people aren't really buying whatever that person who's been trying to frame this Queen of Wands as probably a bit of a garden tool. They're not really getting that ability to influence people the way that they used to. So let's call in spirit with a little bit of enchantment. I hope you're having a wonderful day so far. Happy Wednesday. Let's see. I think we need to dig into these situations deck. Come together. On the table in the reverse, forbidden love in the reverse. Okay, so because we have clarity around somebody's reputation or their true character, kind of feels to me like somebody wants to reconcile after not making an offer. They've realized now that this, whatever they feel for the Queen of Wands, isn't something they need to be like hiding or feeling bad about. It's a sense of, I should have followed my gut instead of listening to other people about somebody that I thought was special. There may have been falsified information, like a fake account that was, built up to make somebody look like they were doing something that they weren't actually doing. Or they were just rumors. And basically, whatever was being said about this Queen of Wands, the goal was to make it seem as if this person was basically the devil card, right? Somebody who is controlled by their base level desires, somebody who wouldn't necessarily care about others or would be, a bad partner, right? So we had realization, stop like this, and then flip in the reverse. And then hamster wheel in the reverse. So that there's almost like people who thought they really did know what was going on are now realizing they had no idea. And somebody or another group of people are having the opposite experience. So there's a lot of people having to kind of question what they've heard, and others who maybe are just, I'm going to stick with my original assessment here, right? Hi, Anton. How are you doing? Oh, that's great. So I think there's going to be some, almost like because you have blessings in your life and because you continually seem to land on your feet, it's like people are beginning to realize that whatever was said about you wasn't correct. Maybe somebody was trying to say that you are a mooch or somebody who uses others and can't create, their own success. Hi there, Elizabeth. How are you doing? Oh, hugs right back to you. We've got the voyage of the soul. So let's see what else we have. Chapters. Okay, can we talk for a second about how beautiful that fade is? Sorry, guys, I've been painting. Light after darkness, rise, new life, dawn, unfold. Compassion. Oh, that's beautiful too. So people are seeing you as somebody who has created a new chapter or a new life, and somebody who's very compassionate. They feel like you have empathy for others, you forgive people, but you also have boundaries. I feel like you know how to do the compassion thing without being a doormat, That may have been a recent learning. I'm proud of you. Get it, girl. Ooh, and then we have empath, sensitivity, receptive, alone time, absorb, and replenish. So I feel like you've at least become more aware of whether or not other people's energy influences your own and how to kind of keep control of that and not let, your own emotional balance be rocked by somebody else's imbalance. All right, we're going to continue with the Edgar Allan Poe. We have the Moon, Page of Cups, Six of Pentacles. So I don't know why, but I get this feeling that whoever I'm reading for, you and this person were playing a bit of a game of chess, I feel like. I think you kind of sized each other up as best you could really quickly. Obviously, there were some misconceptions here about the Queen of Wands, but we've got two people in a mask. Two people who maybe were trying to keep things light and not let it get into like a serious chapter. So maybe you were just trying to be friends with benefits, or maybe you're just trying to be friends. And with the Page of Cups, honestly, and the Six of Pentacles, I feel like there's somebody here who feels like not making an offer was a poor decision and that they should have been honest about what they actually felt. It's like, I don't know where I heard this, but I remember hearing someone say, like, whoever says I love you first loses, that kind of thing. Or I think I've also heard, like, always make sure that your partner loves you more than you love them, that kind of thing. I feel like there was like a little bit of trying to outsmart the situation and maybe like prevent catching feelings, and it didn't really work. I see a lot of stars here, so I feel like there was almost like kind of a dreamy quality to at least one time that you hung out with each other that kind of stuck with you or your person. With the Six of Pentacles, there's a desire now to make things right. There may be a gift coming your way. This person thinks about your face a lot. It's kind of a weird thing for me to say, but I don't know. There's something about how you look or how you look at them that they really enjoy. And they haven't found that kind of like magic with anybody else. Hi, Voodoo. How are you doing? Oh, you are so right, Elizabeth. So right. We have Page of Wands in the reverse and the Empress. Now, if you've been watching my channel for a while, you know this is like my least favorite Empress. Like, I'm gonna eat your soul. She just kind of looks scary. And it's with the Page of Wands in the reverse. So this is clarifying our searching card in the reverse, which is basically saying somebody was fabricating information, right? So Page of Wands in the reverse can be talking about communication with like a bit of a bad spin to it, right? Like bad news or gossip, that kind of thing. So I think we have somebody here who was feeling a little bit threatened, that felt like they needed to make this Queen of Wands look bad so that they could feel like they had, I don't know, influence, power, that they were still top dog, that they were still like the one everyone would choose, HBIC. And therefore, there was a campaign that was started to try to make this Queen of Wands look bad. Four of Swords in the reverse, Two of Pentacles. I think a lot of people in this community are afraid of this Empress. Maybe not a lot of them would admit it. Maybe a lot of them would say, no, 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 it's fine, no big deal. But hi there, Mountain Girl, how are you doing? But I feel like there's a, like with this dude holding, is it pastries? There's a book and a platter. Both of them have pentacles on them. And then there's that dude sitting in the background. So I feel like there's a sense here that maybe everyone reports back to this Empress. So you feel like you have to do things the way that this Empress would want you to do. There's, with the Four of Swords in the reverse, it's like you have a sense that you're never alone. You never know who's watching. So definitely feel like there's a bit of fear in terms of, ooh, that came out, Queen of Pentacles, in terms of how people view this feminine energy. And I feel like this Queen of Pentacles is what basically was the title they were fighting over, right? Who is the wifey material? Who is the self-sufficient, I can do everything on my own kind of energy? Reliable. All right, let's get some Lenormand. We'll go with the golden Lenormand. Hi, Patricia. How are you doing? Oh, really? Okay, so there's a couple of ways to look at this combination from the Lenormand. We have the mountain and the mice. I rather like the alliteration there, and also came out when Mountain Girl joined us, so that's fun. But we've got like a loss or a theft of something that was really critical for somebody's path. This could be somebody who felt like they wouldn't be able to achieve what they wanted to achieve if they didn't have people, you know, like in their court, in their on their team, rooting for them. So maybe there was like you had to support your business in a small town, and if people talked poorly about you, then maybe you wouldn't actually be able to see that. But it was definitely something that was done on purpose. It was something that they thought would stop you. They underestimated you. Go ahead, underestimate me all day. It just makes it more fun for me. You know, like we've got somebody here who didn't realize that just because they decline to become a better person doesn't mean that other people do as well. Oh no, Voodoo's accidentally attacking. Are we still friends? Okay. It is. I totally agree, Patricia. So we have the coffin. Yeah, see, somebody thought that they could put something in your way, create some sort of roadblock here, and you wouldn't be able to find your way around it, or you would be stopped in your tracks. So I'm not going to keep all three of these, but we are going to keep in mind that we have the little girl here because this indicates innocence. So I do feel like we've got someone who is trying to call into question your intent, your goals, whether or not you were honest with people. And they did it because they wanted to punish you. Maybe you said no to them for something. It could be as simple as, you know, you have confidence that makes it hard for them to really pull off acting like Queen Bee or Mr. in charge, whatever it might be. You have that authenticity that really lends itself nicely to confidence and makes it difficult for people who are faking it to keep up with the ruse, right? So they were trying to do something to make you look bad. And of course, that would make them look right because they said that they didn't trust you. But now we have the scythe. And the scythe is very much so, I mean, this is like, this is a pretty crazy combo, you guys. a coffin and a scythe. This is what, you know, the devil or no, death generally carries, right? So this feels like somebody going out of their way to make you look bad or this Queen of Wands look bad. And whatever they did to do this is exposed, and everyone looks at them now completely differently. Like, you really like went that low just to try to make somebody look bad? Like, don't you have anything better to do? How's it going, Lori? Hope you're having a good day. All right, so let's see. Let's see what we get from the Rider-Waite, shall we? Three of Cups in the reverse, the Star. I don't know why this makes me chuckle, but it's like, have you ever had to restrict yourself eating like your favorite dessert or your favorite meal? Maybe you're on a diet, maybe there wasn't enough pizza for everyone, whatever it is. Hi, Sophia, how are you doing? Oh, thank you. I don't know why I'm using that analogy, but it feels to me like somebody, we were talking about like not wanting to say, did I not say hi, Christina? Oh my gosh, I'm so awful. Hi, Christina. I feel like we have somebody here who, you know, along the lines of not wanting to say they love you and wanting to keep things like superficial or light. They found it really hard to do that. It's like, I'm drawn so much to this person. I want to spend all this time with them. It would be great if I could like, you know, always be there. Maybe I would live with them. But they were resisting it because the star energy is healing energy. I feel like there was something really magical about the two of you spending time together. Maybe it's three of you, whatever it is, but there was a resistance here. Somebody who felt like they needed to watch out and keep a distant connection. We have the Emperor. I just heard Aries, so you may have Aries in your chart or your person may have Aries in your chart, but we do definitely have somebody here who is, because this is under the Six of Pentacles, I feel like this is somebody who's standing up to a bully. This Emperor energy is somebody who is unwilling to submit to the advice or desires of other people. If I feel that you are wrong about the Queen of Wands character, then I'm not going to feel bad if, you know, I pursue more time with this person. Somebody is finally realizing that what they thought about this Queen of Wands was wrong and that they need to stand up for them. So I think they're saying to the person, this Empress or King of Wands in the reverse, they're saying to this person who tried to ruin somebody else's reputation, I know what you did and you're wrong. That person is a much better person than you. You know, just like saying it like it is. And the difficult part about this, for whomever was spreading rumors, is they are going up against somebody who's unshakable, unflappable. This is somebody who has a pretty crystal clear reputation or sparkling reputation. There's a sense here that this Empress knows that they can't really go up against this person, or they wouldn't really be successful if they tried to, you know, undermine that person's opinion. There's like an appreciation that maybe it would be like biting off more than you can chew kind of thing. Because we have this Four of Swords in the reverse. It would be hard to recover from that kind of a battle, right? Page of Cups in the reverse, clarifying the Queen of Pentacles, but there's an unapologetic energy here. Also, I think kind of obsessive. So we might see the devil come out. We have the Six of Cups in the reverse, along with the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Interesting. So we have the Three of Cups in the reverse. Three of Pentacles in the reverse can be kind of like not wanting to collaborate with somebody, not wanting to, you know, work together with somebody to resolve something, especially because we have the Six of Cups in the reverse. So it's like, yeah, I know. We have a little bit of history. We have a little bit of a skirmish right now. There's a song by, I think his name's Big Sean, on how this person would feel towards this Empress, which I think you're the person who doesn't like this, but you could also be the person that identifies with the Queen of Wands. There's somebody here who's just like, no BS. Like, I'm not going to let somebody else torpedo the reputation of another person when I know that they're actually pretty awesome. I hope you don't have to deal with that forever. It's no fun. Okay, what else do we have? Ace of Swords in the reverse. Clarifying the Emperor indicates that somebody at one point was holding back the truth. You guys, this is such an interesting combo. Ace of Swords in the reverse, Ace of Wands in the reverse, Two of Wands. All of them in the reverse. Somebody here was holding back the truth or outright lying because they didn't want something to change. It could have been they feared that they would lose a relationship to somebody who was a little bit more, sorry, empty candles, a little bit better aligned to the high vibe that you have. Yeah, see, whatever campaign they set out to, you know, basically destroy somebody's reputation wasn't planned accurately or well. They didn't check their homework or their math. They didn't make sure that they had all the details. And so when somebody else did that, probably this Emperor, whatever lies or illusions they were trying to create were exposed. Hi, Virtuous Viking. How are you doing? That is so true, Elizabeth. That would get really, really heavy. Nine of Swords. Seven of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody being upset or anxious, a little bit nervous, because they know people aren't buying what they're selling. Whatever they're lying about is not being believed anymore. They have ruined their own reputation by trying to ruin somebody else's reputation. All right, let's get a few from the Kipper. I agree, Sophia. So we have Official Person in the reverse and Distant Horizons. Child in the reverse. Yeah. So there's a couple things I get here. We've got someone who was a bit self-important, somebody who felt like they were the end-all be-all or their word was just accepted regardless. But it's almost like somebody from a different background, somebody with a different education, somebody with better experience made them look bad. It's like, what's a good example? I don't know. It's just somebody who feels like they had, you know, cornered a certain market for their small town or their city or whatever it was. And then someone else came in and made them look like the less shiny penny. And this child in the reverse makes me feel like it was also maybe even a little bit associated to somebody's age or perceived innocence. There might have been like something about how you look or something about how you act that made people like you more than they like this other person. And that really got under this Empress's skin. We have wealthy man and poverty. What a combo. So this looks to me like we're dealing with somebody here who was perhaps a little bit materialistic, perhaps a little bit too focused on how everyone feels about them, right? So this would have been somebody who really felt like they had to prove or like kind of stand out for how rich they were, or all the things that they own, or the vacations they get to go on, whatever it is. They really care about how people look at them. Perhaps they came from poverty. Perhaps a lot of the people around them feel like they're in poverty, but there's something here that makes this person feel better than other people that is associated with money. We have bad health underneath the Seven of Cups. We could also have some sort of addiction. So temperance in the reverse, Seven of Cups, and then bad health. All of this, especially because we have a wine glass at the top, it's making me feel like somebody was overindulging in something here to try to distract themselves from the war that they were losing that they started. So it's like somebody realizes now they went too far. Imprisonment. So this could be spiritual jail, you know, lots of bad karma, nothing going your way, people not really digging your style. Yeah. This person might have been trying to prevent a relationship between two people and then ended up like, oh, just to be clear, Mountain Girl, I mean the person who was lying. I think there's somebody trying to kind of escape the reality of their situation. If they went too far trying to make somebody look bad, they might be drinking or doing something here to, it could even be working out too much. But we've got somebody here who is risking their health because of what they're doing to try to escape the reality of the situation. And it could be that there's actually a risk here of somebody going to jail or having some sort of fine or legal consequence. It could also just be a restraining order, you know? But we've got a courtship here that somebody didn't want to have happen. So it's a relationship that somebody tried to, you know, completely stop that is still going to happen. At least it seems that way. We all have free will, of course. All right, let's see. What else do we have? This is the Tattoo Tarot. Chariot in the reverse, huh? That's stagnation. That's not wanting somebody to move forward or be recognized. But you know what else I see? We are clarifying official person in the reverse. Do we have somebody who is pretending that they were law enforcement? Do we have somebody here who is pretending to be a boss, pretending to be some power position? Just comes across to me as an inflated ego, somebody who felt like they had control over a community or a situation that ended up losing it. Ah, that's no fun. I'm sorry you're going through that. But can't really have a healthy relationship until we deal with the things we need to deal with, right? So I don't know. Probably still has some lessons he needs to go through. Hi, Ivan. I don't know. I'm just reading the cards. We've got Eight of Pentacles. Somebody lied about what they do for work, their credentials, or why people should take them seriously. Point blank. There might be news coming in from a different state or a different country or a different employer that basically calls into question whether or not somebody was lying in their resume or to other people in terms of what they do for money or how accomplished they are. So we have Judgment in the reverse, Fool in the reverse, the Tower, sideways. You guys, maybe you can just tell by looking at these two cards, but we've got somebody here who did something pretty foolish. Judgment in the reverse is like against your better judgment kind of decision. Fool in the reverse is somebody who's not really thinking about something before they take a risk. And it's one of those things where you're like, oh, that kind of came back and bit me in the ass, didn't it? And with Tower sideways underneath poverty, this feels to me like somebody was wishing ill upon the finances of another. And that energy is going right back to them. They're going to lose what they wanted somebody else to lose, but somebody else is getting good change. So this could be promoting somebody after a boss is exposed as not having the credentials they claim. Oh, I think I called the devil. Yeah, we've got somebody who's hiding their ulterior motives. They're hiding a piece of information or a justification that they have for their actions because they don't want people to know what they're doing or what their real motivation is. They know that it would get them in trouble. They know that people would no longer trust them or tolerate them. Queen of Wands in the reverse. This looks like somebody trying to make somebody look like they're jealous, make them look like they're a hoe, make them look like they don't think about other people or that they're disloyal. This is somebody trying to ruin a relationship by talking crap about the Queen of Wands. It's this way. All right. We're going to get a couple more from the Everyday Tarot. Yes, exactly, Elizabeth. Well, I hope you can find that some way, Mountain Girl. Are they, Ivan? That's awesome. I'm glad you're enjoying your time. So Temperance and Two of Cups in the reverse. Somebody is finding that moving away from a partnership or a group has been liberating. There's a sense here that somebody's able to rebalance their life or clear out some of that stale air or toxicity that came from somebody in particular, probably the Empress here. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is kind of giving me, there might have been comments on you getting help from somebody or you stealing work from somebody else, that now it's like somebody tried to claim that you got something that you didn't deserve or you stole something or, you know, nepotism, this, favoritism, that. And the truth is coming in. You didn't do anything. You, like, if they're trying to say you did something, you weren't there. You were somewhere else. But you've been, I think, kind of walling yourself off a little bit to the energies, or maybe most energies, because it's just annoying. There is truth coming in that is going to cause some instability in an organization or in a group of people. One of those situations where people are going to have to ask themselves, do I still consider myself a friend, or is this like enough for me to think this is no longer an interest in terms of how I spend my time or who I support? So this could be like somebody really kind of doing an audit on the people at their organization or friends in their network and making sure that they aren't believing something that isn't true. So I think this is more than one energy that's doing this. There's our Emperor again. This time underneath the moon in the reverse. Aha, so now we know whoever was lying about this Queen of Wands was doing so because they wanted the Emperor for themselves. We have the Four of Cups in the reverse and Knight of Cups in the reverse. So we have somebody here who's deciding to no longer just like deal with the apathy or try to shove those emotions down. They want to choose happiness because they do feel like they may have already lost an opportunity here. I think there's a little bit of frustration that has to be worked through because somebody feels like they made the wrong decision because of somebody else specifically leading them to do so. So it's kind of like I'm frustrated that somebody did this, but I'm also frustrated at myself for believing it or falling into that trap, right? All right, let's grab a few angel romance cards. Actually, you know what I want? I want the Gypsy Oracle. And then we'll call it a day. All right, we have cheerfulness in the reverse, conversation. So a couple of ways to look at this. I think we have an understanding here that you can be happy without really putting yourself in situations where it's kind of like fake socializing, right? Hi there, Miss Johanna. How are you doing? I think somebody's realizing like, I might have a small social circle, but that's just fine with me because I can trust the people in it. I don't need fake, like, what is it? Like, I don't need yes men. I don't need people that follow me around and tell me how great I am all the time. I do that for myself. We have young woman in the reverse. There may have been a situation here about whether or not age was a concern. So there may be an age gap here. We have fortune. So I think there's somebody here who is doing quite well in terms of blazing a new path or doing something on their own. We have messenger in the reverse. There may have been blocked communications or there may still be blocked communications. And with surprise in the reverse and despair, somebody knows that all they have to look forward to if they do not communicate is more despair. Like this will only hurt them more. So I think somebody realizes they have to communicate. Or with sweetheart in the reverse, they will lose the person they care about. Merchant in the reverse. I just heard I'm not buying what you're selling. That's because somebody wants to reunite here. So. Ooh, but we did just have falseness come out. So let's see what that's about, shall we? Why falseness? So I haven't said it yet, but I think in a couple of other videos, I do pretty quickly say, sometimes you have this like copycat energy or a little bit of like gone girl situation, right? And that's what we have here. We have two opposites. We have faithfulness and falseness, and they're both pets. So I feel like somebody was threatened by this Queen of Wands because they knew it would be a stark comparison to what they truly offered once people saw what they were like, the real version of what they were trying to copy, right? Oh, it's too bad Real McCoy isn't here today. All right, you guys, I'm going to leave it there. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and hopefully I can be back for another regular live stream, but at the very least, I hope I can do a little short for you guys later. All right, have a good day. Bye, guys.